What if I told you there's a coin sitting in your drawer right now that could be worth over $1 million? No, this isn't a joke or some far-fetched myth from a collector's tale. I'm talking about the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, an ordinary-looking cent that has taken the numismatic world by storm, with one extraordinary error and a jaw-dropping market value of $1.1 million. Imagine trading a single coin for a luxury home, a dream car, or early retirement. Sounds unreal? Keep watching, because what you're about to discover might just change your financial future forever. And now, before you scoff and think, it's just a penny, ask yourself this: how many people dismissed Bitcoin at first? Or overlooked those rare baseball cards found in grandma's attic? Sometimes, the smallest things hold the biggest surprises, and this penny proves it. The 2006 Lincoln penny with no mint mark may look like every other coin you've handled, but what sets it apart is a rare minting error and unnoticed oversight that transformed it from everyday change into $1 million treasure. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, so what makes this one different? This 2006 version contains a dramatic die error that went unnoticed during production, leading to a rare anomaly that collectors are now desperately chasing, and yes, demand is exploding. We're seeing private collectors and auction houses offering 6- and even 7-figure bids to get their hands on one of these elusive errors. These aren't just coins. They're historical artifacts, highly coveted assets, and for those who recognize their potential, doorways to generational wealth. If you're holding onto old pennies right now, don't be so quick to cash them in at face value. That rusted coffee can in your garage could be worth more than your entire 401k. But here's the kicker: most people throw these coins away or spend them without a second glance. That's the fear, the idea that you may have already spent a fortune without realizing it. Wait, do you remember that one time you used a handful of pennies to buy gum from the gas station? Yeah, you're sweating a little now, right? Let's rewind to how this coin even made it into circulation. During a high-speed minting process, a small batch of 2006 pennies was struck with an off-center die and misaligned features, leaving behind a now extremely rare and valuable coin with flawless errors. The US Mint never recalled them, which means they're still out there. Somewhere. Maybe in your jar. Maybe even in your pocket right now. Seriously, take a flashlight, grab your readers, and go hunting. Look for 2006 pennies with no mint mark, but also pay close attention to misalignments, off-center strikes, or unusual doubling. These tiny details are the difference between 1 cent and $1 million, and here's a little cliffhanger to keep you thinking tonight. Rumors are swirling in the coin community that an even rarer 2006 penny with a double die reverse and no mint mark might surface soon. If that happens, values could skyrocket past the $2 million mark. The question is, who will find it first? This is your moment. Your chance to capitalize on a once overlooked coin that's now at the heart of one of the biggest modern coin hunts in the US. If you've ever dreamed of financial freedom, of building wealth not just from working harder but from working smarter, this is it. Start with your own pocket change. Because while others are sleeping on history, you could be profiting from it. Don't let this opportunity pass. Subscribe now for more hidden coin secrets, valuation tips, and strategies to turn your old collection into cold, hard cash. Drop a comment if you think you've got one of these elusive coins, and share this video with someone who needs a little financial magic in their life. It's not just a penny. It's your $1 million future waiting to be discovered. Imagine finding a single penny, yes, a regular-looking 1995 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, and discovering it's worth $1.2 million. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not a fantasy, it's real, it's happening. And someone just like you could be sitting on this hidden fortune without even realizing it. This isn't just spare change. This is a golden ticket disguised as a copper coin. In today's video, we're peeling back the curtain on one of the most underestimated treasures in American coinage, the 1995 no mint mark penny with a rare error that has collectors lining up with blank checks. Now, before you chuckle and say, "It's just a penny," let me ask you this: if someone offered you a briefcase with $1 million in exchange for one tiny coin in your drawer, would you even hesitate? Of course not. And that's why you need to stay with me until the very end, because in the next 10 minutes, we're diving deep into the specific error, how to identify it, why it's in such demand, and exactly what you need to do if you find one. The year is 1995. Bill Clinton is president, eBay is barely born, and pennies are still made primarily from zinc coated in copper. On the surface, there's nothing unique about that year's coins until something fascinating happens at the Philadelphia Mint. A batch of Lincoln cents is struck using a misaligned die, leading to a dramatic and rare double die obverse error. That's right, Lincoln's portrait appears slightly doubled, and the word liberty, along with "In God We Trust," carries a ghost-like duplicate that's visible even to the naked eye for coin collectors. This is the holy grail of modern pennies. Why? Because the doubling is not a post-mint damage, it's a legitimate, government-born mint error that meets every criterion for elite value. Only a limited number of these error coins ever made it out into circulation, and today, a certified high-grade example with this error has been valued at a staggering $1.2 million. That's not wishful thinking, that's based on recent private sales, auction records, and skyrocketing collector demand. And now here's where it gets really exciting, or nerve-wracking, depending on how you look at it. These coins were released into the general population. That means they could be anywhere, stuck in a jar, hiding in your glove box, or nestled in a forgotten piggy bank. And because they look so similar to an ordinary penny at first glance, millions of people have likely spent one without ever knowing what they had. This is exactly where fear and excitement meet. The fear of throwing away something worth more than your car. The excitement of realizing you might already own it. And the urgency to check right now, because every day, someone else finds one and cashes in. You'll need a magnifying glass or a high-quality zoom on your phone. Start with the words liberty and "In God We Trust." Look closely for doubling, almost like a faint shadow or mirror effect. If you see a clear double outline on the letters or Lincoln's profile, congratulations, you may be holding one of the rarest coins in modern American history. But here's the cliffhanger: don't just run and list it on eBay. That could cost you hundreds of thousands in lost value. You see, the market for rare coins is booming, but it's also filled with pitfalls. You need to have your coin authenticated and graded by a trusted third party like PCGS or NGC. That tiny plastic slab they seal your coin in? That's your millionaire passport. Without it, even a perfect coin could be overlooked or underpriced. And here's the bigger picture: this coin isn't an isolated case. It's part of a larger wave of numismatic discovery sweeping across the United States. Everyday folks, retired teachers, veterans, homemakers, are becoming millionaires simply by recognizing value in what others overlook. This isn't just about collecting. This is about transforming your lifestyle, turning forgotten drawers into financial freedom, and living with the dignity and abundance you've earned. Before you go, here's your final cliffhanger. Coming up in our next video, we're exposing another ordinary coin from the 1990s that's now worth over $2 million due to a bizarre mint error that went undetected for decades. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and become part of a growing community of people turning pocket change into pure gold. Because you're not just watching a video. You're watching the first chapter of your millionaire coin journey. What if I told you that a single penny, the kind you've probably passed by or tossed into a drawer, could be worth $1.3 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's absolutely real. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, may look ordinary until you notice a rare and lucrative error that transforms this humble coin into a jaw-dropping fortune. This is the kind of story where ordinary people, yes, people just like you, cash in big simply because they paid attention to something most folks overlooked. Imagine flipping through your coin jar and uncovering a life-changing treasure. That one tiny copper coin could mean paying off your mortgage, funding your children's education, or retiring earlier than you ever dreamed. Stay with me, because this story is about more than just a coin. It's about a rare chance that most people miss, and why you shouldn't be one of them. Let's dive into what makes this 1979 D penny so incredibly valuable. Now, this coin was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when quality control was tight, but even the best systems have slip-ups. And that's where the magic happens. Some of these pennies came out with a rare double die error, particularly noticeable in the date or the mint mark. Others have off-center strikes or an extremely rare composition mistake that sets them apart from the billions of others. The reason this coin is fetching up to $1.3 million in private auctions and collectors' circles isn't just because it's old, it's because of its flaw. That tiny, nearly invisible flaw has created massive demand among high-end collectors, investors, and dealers. And with each passing year, the number of verified 1979 D error pennies dwindles, while the value of the few remaining ones skyrockets. And here's a pattern interrupt: why do we call these coins errors anyway? I mean, if a mistake can make you a millionaire, maybe it's not a mistake, maybe it's destiny wearing copper. Funny how a little imperfection could be the perfect path to wealth. Now here's where things get urgent. These rare 1979 D penny errors are not sitting around waiting to be found forever. The coin collecting world is heating up, and collectors with deep pockets are actively hunting for these high-value mistakes. Once they're snapped up into private collections, they're gone, potentially for generations. That means your window of opportunity is shrinking fast. So here's the golden question: have you checked your change today? Have you looked through those old jars in the closet, those forgotten drawers in the garage, or that coin album your grandparents passed down? Because if you haven't, you might just be letting $1.3 million slip through your fingers. But let's not end there. Here's a cliffhanger: in our next episode, we'll uncover another Lincoln penny, this one even older, that's causing a bidding war among elite collectors. It's from the early 1940s, and its value just crossed the $2 million mark. You'll want to know about it, because that one might be sitting in your collection too. Don't miss out. Your path to financial freedom could start with something as small as a penny. Hit that subscribe button and join a growing community of everyday people uncovering extraordinary wealth in the coins they already own. Turn pocket change into life change. The time is now, and the next coin could be yours. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss the next hidden gem. Drop a comment if you've got a 1979 D penny. You never know, we might help you unlock its true value. Until next time, keep checking your change, because one coin could change your life. What if I told you that a simple penny from 2017, yes, just a single D-mint mark Lincoln penny, could be your golden ticket to a life of luxury? Not just any penny, though. This specific error coin has taken the numismatic world by storm, shocking collectors and investors alike. Right now, one of these rare error coins is commanding an eye-watering $1.4 million in the collector's market. Imagine stumbling across that in your junk drawer. Imagine holding wealth in your hand and not even knowing it. Before you toss your spare change into that coin jar, stop. Because what we're about to reveal might just change the way you see every single cent in your pocket. This isn't just about coins, it's about opportunity. And you don't want to be the person who unknowingly spends $1 million penny on a cup of gas station coffee, do you? The year is 2017. The Denver Mint is in full swing, pumping out billions of coins. But somewhere along the line, something extraordinary happens. A batch of Lincoln pennies leaves the mint bearing an incredibly rare and highly valuable minting error, an error so unique, so difficult to replicate, it creates an instant frenzy among top coin collectors. This isn't your average coin mistake. These 2017 D pennies may feature double die outbursts, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or rare transitional planchet issues. These aren't flaws, they're signatures of rarity. In fact, it's these very imperfections that transform an ordinary cent into $1 million asset. And because the 2017 D penny was produced in huge numbers, most people overlook them. That's exactly what makes these gems so desirable. Few were caught. Even fewer survive in pristine condition. The scarcity is electrifying, and collectors are lining up with 6- and 7-figure offers in hand. Now, here's a question to shake things up: how many times have you looked at a penny and thought it was just a penny? If the answer is every time, you might have just walked away from your chance to retire early. Today, collectors and investors are in a full-blown treasure hunt for these error coins. And demand is climbing fast. Every time one of these rare 2017 D error pennies hits the spotlight, prices surge. One recently sold at auction for over $1.4 million, leaving jaws on the floor and hearts pounding across the coin world. The thrill, the excitement, it's real, and it's happening now. But here's the kicker: most of these valuable coins are still out there, sitting in pockets, purses, and kitchen jars. That means you could be next. That sense of urgency you feel? That little rush in your gut? That's your instinct telling you this is your moment. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to turn a single penny into $1 million windfall? So, what should you do right now? Simple. Go check your coins. Examine those 2017 D pennies. Look for unusual markings, off-center features, and doubling around Lincoln's face or the words, "In God We Trust." Get a magnifier, hold them to the light. One viewer just like you did, and they found the jackpot. Now they're sipping champagne in a waterfront home, and you're still watching this video. Funny how things turn out, right? Don't sleep on this. Don't assume your change is worthless. The coin collecting world is exploding, and the 2017 penny era is one of the hottest pieces in the market right now. And this isn't a trend, it's a movement. Rare coins are becoming high-value assets, and their demand isn't slowing down. If you're serious about building wealth, about turning hidden potential into real results, then start right where you are. And if you're wondering what other coins in your stash could be worth a fortune, you don't want to miss what we've got coming next. Subscribe right now, because in our next video, we'll uncover another everyday coin with a secret worth over $2 million, and trust me, you've definitely seen it before. But will you recognize it when it matters most? You're sorting through a dusty jar of pennies, something most of us forget about for years, and right there, sitting quietly among the rest, is a single 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. To the average eye, it's nothing special. But here's the twist: that exact coin could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's not a typo. One simple copper penny, hiding in plain sight, carrying the potential to completely change your life. Now ask yourself, what if you've already held one in your hand and didn't even know it? Welcome to the world of rare American coins, where everyday change can become extraordinary wealth. In this video, we're diving deep into the story behind the 1971 no-mint mark penny, how a simple error launched it into legendary status, and how you might just be holding your ticket to a life of luxury without even realizing it. But stay with me till the end, because I'll share exactly how collectors are bidding astronomical figures for this rare gem, and why time is running out if you want to cash in. Let's rewind a little. In 1971, millions of Lincoln cents were struck by the U.S. Mint, but something unusual happened. A batch of pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were mistakenly made without the mint mark, an error that would go completely unnoticed for years. Most coins minted in Philadelphia during that era did not have a mint mark, but what makes the 1971 version incredibly rare is a particular die variety with extremely sharp details, doubling, and misalignment, signs of minting errors that make collectors lose sleep. You might be wondering, why would someone pay over $1 million for a penny? And the answer is simple: scarcity and perfection. These coins weren't just struck wrong, they were struck wrong in a way that made them incredibly unique. Think of it like a misprinted baseball card or a rare first edition book. The rarity doesn't reduce the value, it supercharges it. Collectors today are in fierce competition to own these kinds of coins, with auctions seeing heated bids from investors, museums, and even celebrities who've caught on to the goldmine that is numismatics. This 1971 penny in particular has sold at private auctions for over $1.5 million, making it one of the most desirable error coins in American history. You might be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. That's the power of the penny you've probably tossed aside or left buried in your car's cup holder. The 1971 no-mint mark penny isn't just a collector's dream, it's a symbol of opportunity. It's proof that the everyday things we overlook might just be the very thing that changes our destiny. There's an urgency here that you shouldn't ignore. As demand for these rare coins surges, more of them are being snapped up by elite collectors and private buyers. Once they're locked away in vaults or collections, they'll rarely see the open market again. That means the chance to sell, and sell big, is now. There are coin buyers across the US actively searching for this exact penny. And they're not offering chump change. They're offering life-changing wealth now. You might be thinking, okay, but what if I have one? How do I know for sure? That's where professional appraisal comes in, and I'll be dropping a trusted list of experts and online marketplaces in the video description, so make sure you don't miss that. But here's a clue: if your 1971 penny shows doubling on the date, especially around the 7 and 1, or has deep grooves that suggest die errors, stop what you're doing and get it checked. Right. Now, what if the next penny you touch is the one? What if your loose change is your secret inheritance? What if your forgotten coin jar is your golden vault? Stick around, because in our next video, we'll reveal another coin even rarer than the 1971 no-mint mark penny, one that collectors say could soon surpass the $2 million mark. You won't want to miss that. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to unlock the wealth hidden in your change. Share this video with a friend. You never know who might be holding $1 million treasure in their hand right now. Remember, wealth isn't always earned, it's often discovered. And sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, stamped with the year 1971. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into your old coin jar, and realizing that one small, dusty penny. Yes, a penny could be your ticket to a $1.6 million payday. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's not. This isn't fantasy, this is happening right now to everyday people across America. Today, we're diving into the secret world of the 1964 D Lincoln penny error coin that's shocking collectors, lighting up auctions, and making bold headlines in the rare coin community. Now, before you roll your eyes and toss that pocket change aside, hear this: a single 1964 D penny, with the right error and condition, is in such high demand that collectors are practically battling to get their hands on one. This is not your average coin story. This is your financial opportunity wrapped in copper. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and what could make you the next millionaire from your own coin collection. The Beatles were invading America, civil rights were front and center, and the US Mint was producing billions of pennies. But not all of them were created equal. At the Denver Mint, a rare error occurred, an error so subtle, yet so valuable, that it remained hidden for decades in plain sight. That's where the 1964 D penny gets its power: a misstrike, a double die, a repunched mint mark, or sometimes even a rare off-center print. These aren't factory flaws, they're hidden treasures that send collectors into a frenzy. And now, you might be asking, why would someone pay $1.6 million for a penny? The answer is simple: rarity, condition, and a little sprinkle of mystery. The high-grade specimens of this error penny, especially those graded MS66 or higher, are next to impossible to find. And when you mix in a passionate buyer's market with limited supply, the price doesn't just rise, it skyrockets. Right now, this coin is one of the most aggressively sought-after Lincoln cents of the 20th century. Here's a question to reset your attention: if you had a coin that could change your life, would you even recognize it? Or would it slip through your fingers during your next coffee run? You see, most people walk past fortune every day without even knowing it. But not you. You're here because you want to know. You're ready to take action. And you're not afraid of what you might find in that old shoebox in your closet. Now here comes the moment you've been waiting for, the truth that ties it all together. The 1964 D error penny isn't just a fluke of history, it's a golden opportunity in disguise. Its current market value? A staggering $1.6 million. But more importantly, it represents something bigger. It's a chance for everyday Americans, just like you, to tap into a booming collectibles market that's only getting hotter. We're seeing more people than ever cashing in on coins they once thought were worthless, and here's the cliffhanger that should send you straight to your change drawer. Experts believe there are still dozens, if not hundreds, of these rare 1964 D error pennies sitting unnoticed in private collections in old jars across the country. Could one of them be in your house right now? This is your moment. Don't wait for another collector to cash in on what could have been yours. Take a closer look at your coins, learn to recognize the signs, and step into the world of high-stakes numismatics. If you're serious about transforming forgotten coins into real wealth, you need to stay plugged in. Subscribe right now for more high-value coin tips, insider strategies, and stories that could turn your spare change into a 6- or 7-figure payday. Because here on this channel, we don't just chase history. We collect it and turn it into legacy. The next $1 million coin could be sitting in your pocket. Will you find it before someone else does? Imagine opening a dusty old jar of coins, untouched for decades, and pulling out a single penny that changes your entire financial future. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, it's not. It's real. And it's happening right now across America. Today, we're diving into the incredible story behind the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, an ordinary coin with an extraordinary twist, one that's now valued at a staggering $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, worth more than a luxury home. But before you rush off to check your change drawer, listen closely. Because what you're about to hear could be the difference between cashing in or missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. And trust me, you don't want to be the person who says, "I had one of those, but I didn't know." Let's rewind to 1967. The world was changing fast: Vietnam, civil rights movements, and the summer of love. Meanwhile, tucked away in millions of American pockets and purses, was a simple penny. No mint mark. No fanfare. Just a coin like any other, or so it seemed. But here's where things get interesting. 1967 was a unique year for U.S. coin production. Due to a coin shortage in the early 60s and a transition in minting policies, the US Mint made a rare move. They stopped putting mint marks on coins for a few years. That means even coins struck in Denver or San Francisco bore no identifying letter. And within this batch of 1967 pennies, an elite few emerged with incredible minting errors so rare, so unexpected, they'd become the holy grail for serious collectors. From off-center strikes to double dies to clipped planchets, these error coins tell a story, one of precision gone wrong in the most profitable way. And the king of them all? A pristine, error-laden 1967 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million at a private auction. That's not a typo. That's the kind of number that turns heads and changes lives. And now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, how can a 1-cent coin be worth more than a Ferrari? Well, let me answer your question with another. If you had the Mona Lisa printed with the ink misaligned, how much would that one-of-a-kind mistake be worth? Exactly. Scarcity. History. Imperfection. All these elements converge in the world of rare coin collecting to drive demand, and in this case, into the millions. It means you might be sitting on a financial goldmine and not even know it. That old penny your grandfather tossed into a jar? The one wedged between couch cushions? It could be the 1967 error coin that everyone's searching for. And here's the thing, collectors and investors are actively hunting for these coins right now. Demand is rising. Prices are climbing. This isn't just a trend, it's a movement. Still doubting? Let me break it down. The coin market, especially for rare pennies like this, is hotter than ever. People are investing in rare coins the same way they invest in real estate or luxury watches. Why? Because coins like the 1967 no-mint Mark penny are tangible history. They're portable wealth. And they're appreciating in value every single year. But here's your wake-up call. Every day that passes, more of these coins are scooped up, graded, and sold for top dollar. If you wait too long, you might find yourself priced out of the market, or worse, watching someone else sell the exact coin you once ignored. Think about it. One moment of curiosity. One decision to check that old coin jar. That's all it takes. You could be one coin away from living a completely different life, debt-free, dream home secured, vacations booked, legacy built. Doesn't that sound like something worth investigating? And just before we wrap up, here's a little cliffhanger for you. We're not done exploring the hidden fortunes of forgotten coins. Coming up in our next video, we reveal another shockingly valuable penny, even rarer than the 1967, with an error so subtle you'll need a magnifying glass to see it, but one collector paid over $2 million to own it. Yeah. You won't want to miss that. If this video sparked even an ounce of excitement, do yourself a favor, subscribe right now. Turn on notifications. Because we're on a mission to uncover every millionaire coin hiding in plain sight, and we want you on this journey. You've got the knowledge now. All that's left is action. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just one ordinary-looking 1985 Lincoln cent, could be the ticket to your dream lifestyle? Imagine the thrill of reaching into your old coin jar and pulling out what looks like spare change, only to discover it's actually worth $1.8 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this isn't fiction. This is real. A rare error in a 1985 mint Mark penny has made it one of the most sought-after coins in today's collector's market, and its value just keeps rising. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot this $1 million mistake, and why this specific coin has collectors across the globe scrambling to get their hands on one. Now, before we dive into the exact details, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked closely at the pennies lying around in your house? You might laugh, but that dusty jar in the kitchen cabinet or that cup holder in your car could be holding onto a fortune, and you'd never even know it. This isn't just about a coin, it's about opportunity. An opportunity that others are already cashing in on. It's not just age, it's a rare and dramatic mint error that changed everything. The most valuable 1985 pennies are known to have struck through errors, double dies, and in some astonishing cases, off-center strikes that went undetected by the mint. These are the coins collectors dream of, coins that come from a flaw in the production process, making them one of a kind. To think of this penny like a misprinted baseball card or a misaligned rare stamp. The value doesn't come from the coin itself, it comes from the flaw that makes it unique. And as more of these are being snatched up by top-tier collectors and coin auction houses, the fewer remain in circulation. This scarcity is exactly what's pushing its current market value to a whopping $1.8 million. But don't blink, this is where the emotional ride really begins. Imagine the crushing regret of realizing you once had one of these pennies, and you spent it on a gumball or gave it away with change. That fear? That's real. Every day, someone unknowingly spends one of these rare coins. The difference is, you're here now, and you're about to know better. Here's where things get exciting. Some of these 1985 D-era coins show signs like a bold doubling on Lincoln's profile, distorted mint marks, or strange text alignment. If you've got a magnifying glass or even just sharp eyes, you might already be sitting on one of these golden tickets. And guess what? People just like you, many between the ages of 30 and 65, have been selling these rare finds to the highest bidder and completely transforming their lives. Let's get serious. The market for rare coins is on fire right now. As inflation continues to rise and traditional investments wobble, collectors and investors are turning to tangible assets, like coins, to safeguard and grow their wealth. And when something is both rare and historically significant, demand goes through the roof. The 1985 D-era penny isn't just another old coin, it's a piece of history with a flaw so rare, it has become a masterpiece. And because the coin is still relatively modern, many people overlook it, thinking it couldn't possibly be worth much. That's exactly why it's your edge. You now have knowledge that millions of people don't. Use it. The window to act is closing. These coins are being discovered, certified, and sold rapidly. Every day that passes is a chance for someone else to find one before you do. The urgency is real, and so is the reward. After this video ends, go check your change. Look through your old coin jars. Visit your parents, your grandparents, your friends, and help them look. Because that one penny could be hiding in plain sight, and when you find it, everything changes. And if you're wondering what to do after you find it, don't worry, I've got you covered. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how to authenticate it, grade it, and sell it for top dollar without getting ripped off. But you have to stay in the loop. If you're serious about unlocking the hidden value in your coin collection, if you're tired of waiting for your next opportunity, then hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. Don't let another $1 million penny slip through your fingers.